In this video, I want to share with you a workout that I developed that's made up of 4 different exercises, and it's all in the key of G, and it's all on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings. So it's a way of practicing arpeggios that go along in the key of G that can help increase fluency in a horizontal movement plane. So the chords that I'm talking about are starting with G here. So my first finger's at the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, 2nd finger's at the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and 3rd finger is at the 5th fret of the 4th string. And this is a G major triad. So this is the shape that I'm going to be basing the whole exercise or the whole workout in series of exercises off of. So what I'm going to show you right now is the scale using these chords. So each of the triads in each position moving up the scale, because all of the exercises again are based on these shapes and then also the notes that surround these shapes in the G major scale. So starting with G, we have G major, then I'm going to slide up a whole step and bar with my first finger, taking my 2nd finger off. So I'm at the 7th fret and then the 5th fret in both of these places. Now I've got an A minor triad. And this is one of 2 of the main chord shapes that are involved in this whole exercise. There's a 3rd, which is diminished, which is the only different one from the major and minor. So back at G, this is G major. The 2nd chord is A minor. 3rd chord, we just slide this whole position up 2 frets to get B minor. And I'm going to move now up a half step from where I am at here at the 9th fret with my 3rd finger to C at the 10th fret of the 4th string, and now I'm back to the major position. So this is C major, my 4th chord or 4 chord. I slide that whole position up a whole step for a D major chord, my 5th chord. The 6th chord, I go up a whole step with my root note on the 4th string, so from the 12th fret to the 14th fret. That gives me my E minor. I barred my first finger again to make a minor shape, so that's an E minor. That's my 6th chord. 7th chord is the variation, so this is the diminished voicing that I'm playing. And I've got my 4th finger at the 16th fret of the 4th string. I've got my 2nd finger at the 14th fret of the 3rd string and my 1st finger at the 13th fret of the 2nd string. And that's a F sharp diminished triad shape. And then from there, I'm going up to the G major shape, just an octave up. So then I can go back through them backwards, starting here at G major, and then sliding down to F sharp diminished, E minor, D major, C major, B major, B minor, excuse me, A minor, and G major. If these are familiar voicings to you, you could probably skip ahead and check out the workout at the end of this video. But I'm going to go into a more detailed explanation of each of the 4 exercises. So starting with the first exercise, it's just going to be arpeggiating each of the chords that I just showed you. So starting from the root note, which in this case is G here. So I'm going G, B, D, and then I'm going to hammer on to this, the 6th note. This is E. Then pull back off to the D, then back down, B, G, B. So the full pattern is this. And then I shift to the next chord and I do the same basic motif or pattern. following the notes of the G major scale. So from here I'm going now in the B minor position. My second finger is going to hammer on this one because that note there is a G. Next one is C major, D major, E minor, now an F sharp diminished, and now G major up an octave. In the exercise, one repetition is going up like that I just did and then going back down, doing the same pattern in the opposite direction until you reach back to G, down here. Each of the exercises does the same arc, so it goes up from G down here to G up here and all the way back down. So the second exercise includes the sevenths of the chords, and I'll show you what I mean by that, even if you're not familiar with what seventh chords are or what that exactly means. What it means in this case for this exercise, the second exercise, is we're going to be playing the note that's closest to the root note here. So we're going to start on the 5 of the chord, so 3rd fret of the 2nd string. We're going to go down this G chord, then go down a half step to the note that comes right before it, and then we're going back up, and then we're hammering on to that same note we did before, the major 7, just an octave up. So the pattern is down from the 5, 3, 1, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, and then I'm shifting into the next position. So now I'm in my A minor position, so I'm coming from G, doing the same pattern, just like, and now I'm so what I'm playing here is a G major 7 chord or arpeggio. I'm moving into the 2nd chord of the key, which is an A minor 7 arpeggio, B minor 7, C major 7, D dominant 7. So in this one, it's just like the major shape, except that the 7 is a half step further away from the root note here. So we're coming down from this note, and then instead of playing this note half step away like we would with a major 7, we're going to be a whole step away because this is a dominant 7, the 5 chord. Now we're on to the E minor 7, F sharp, which is what we call a half diminished chord, which is different only from a fully diminished 7th chord in that this last note would be down a half step if it was fully diminished. The half diminished is defined by the 7th of the chord. So anyway, once they come through there, then we finish into G major again. And then going back down, it's a slightly different pattern. It's not reaching up to the 7th on top. It's going to the 6th and then using that as a way to change position back to the chord that came before it. C, B minor, A minor, G. So that was the second exercise. The third exercise is similar. It's starting on the 5 again, going 5, 3, 1, but this time you're going to play 5, 3, 1, and then up the scale, going up from the 5th to the 7th. So 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. And then again, following the same pattern in each of the the position. So I'll demonstrate once slowly. A minor, B minor, C major, D, E minor, F sharp diminished, G. The way back down of this one is similar to exercise 2 in this series, where instead of reaching up to the 7th at the top note of each chord, you're going to be reaching up to the 6th and using that as a way to pull off back into the position of the chord before it. So on the way back down, here I'm going to the 6th instead of the 7th, and then reaching back with my first finger to get to the position, the previous chord position. Reaching back to E minor, D major, C major, B minor, A minor, and G major. Okay, the final exercise in the workout is going to be incorporating not only the root position triads like I've been doing for the previous 3 exercises, but also the first inversion triad, which is what you get when you take each of these notes of the G chord or any chord and you move each of them up to the next note in the chord. So this G here is going to go up to a B at the 9th fret of the 4th string. The B here is going to go up to a D, 7th fret of the 3rd string. The D here is going to go up to a G at the 8th fret of the 2nd string. So in this exercise, it's incorporating the root position and the first inversion arpeggio of each chord in the key of G. So it's starting here again at G major, descending from 5, 3, 1, sliding into the position for first inversion. So it's going, and then it's moving from there back to the next chord in the series. So from G to A minor. And now the inversion is this shape here. B minor, this is the minor shape. C major. D major. E minor. F sharp diminished. I'm going to do this one really slow. That one's a little bit tricky. So coming from here, F sharp minor, I'm at the 13th fret of the 2nd string. So F sharp, excuse me, not minor, F sharp diminished. Coming down from this note, 13th fret there, 14th fret, 3rd string, 16th fret on the 4th string, and then sliding up to the 19th fret. And then from here, 19th fret, 4th string, 17th fret, 3rd string, 19th fret, 2nd string, and 17th fret, 1st string, back to the 2nd string. And then we're back to G. And it gets pretty high up there on the end of that one. But then going back the other way, reverse the pattern slightly, going from 1, 3, 5, 1, and then sliding up to 3, and playing the first inversion, and then repeating that backwards. So F sharp diminished, E minor, D major, C major, B minor, A minor, and G major. I hope you enjoy this workout. I had a lot of fun putting it together and practicing it, and so I hope that you get something out of it. Check out my website at practicemakesbettermusic.com if you'd like to see the new lessons I have coming out. Enjoy!